going on, you guys? This is going to be episode 5 of season 2 of Bonehead Trapping. I just want to thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. It's grown. I believe we just pushed up over 800 subscribers. I want to do a quick reminder. I am going to do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. I want to give away 1 dozen Bridger number 2 dogless traps. So once we hit 1,000, I'll let you know the details about that. In this episode, I'm going to show some older footage from Christmas Day until New Year's Day. I was trying to catch a fisher in Pennsylvania. I was unsuccessful, so I don't want to lead you on to say that I'm catching one in this video. I am not. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you some current catches from my trap line back here at my home in southwestern Pennsylvania. Picking up some canines this week, so I got some of that. But in this video, I'm going to show you just some of the sets that I was making. I had to travel from a different WMU. If you're not from PA, our state is broken down into wildlife management units. Mine is called 2A. Where I had to go to travel to catch fish was in 2C. There's a bunch of WMUs in Pennsylvania where you can catch them, but 2C is the closest, and I know the mountains there because I bear hunt there. So I went there to try to trap. I was unsuccessful, but I had a lot of cool things happen there. I got a lot of cool footage, just some different stuff, just some different sets, landscape. So what I'm going to do is during this video, while some of that's being shown at the bottom, I'm going to put some of the facts that I've discovered about fisher in Pennsylvania. Also, about midway through this video, there's a track that I came across in the mountains. You tell me what you think the track is. I don't want to say it out loud, but if it's a bobcat, it's the biggest bobcat I've ever seen in my entire life. I have very, very good footage of the track, and I didn't think about it in the moment because I was so busy, but the track itself was leaving one of my sets and heading towards another set. And I don't know, it seemed like a pretty big cat to me. So check out the video. Once again, thank you so much for checking it out. Consider subscribing so we can get it up to that 1,000. Let's get into it. All right, guys, here's my artificial cubby that I made. I put these branches around there just to discourage any critter from going around the outside of it. But in PA, you have to have a 50 square inch opening, which means you got to be 7 by 7. The only conibear that you can put that, like the maximum conibear you could use is a 160. So that's what I have in there. I bought a Bridger 160. See it set in there. See if that focuses. It has to be 7 inches from the surface of the cubby. So 7 inches back is the front of that conibear. And then what I did was I drilled a couple holes in the back. I made a little hatch that I wire closed. I put a chunk of deer meat in there with some fat on it. That I know fisher really like that fat from what I'm reading. You know, I never caught one. Got a hole through the back, and I'm using Gusto as my lure. Put some Gusto on that deer meat, and then I'll put some Gusto in this tree above it. Also, you have to be in a waterway in Pennsylvania. So but you know, the high water mark. So here's my creek, there's my cubby, wind's blowing in this direction, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. The reason why I set here, I've found fisher tracks in this area in the past while bear hunting and doing different things around here, so I know there's fisher here. That's why I'm setting here. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, I got another cubby built. I'm finding out I'm saving a good bit of time if I find a bunch of trees bundled together. So that's what I got going on this time. This time I've got a chunk of a rib cage from a whitetail with a lot of fat on it, strapped to the bottom of a tree, and I've got Caven's tree climber up the tree as my lure, and I think a dab of Hellfire, just trying to make it stinky. Same thing. It's kind of a roadway that ends with, you know, real deep timber, and there's dark timber, and there's a whole bunch of pine trees, evergreen stuff like that around this area. So yeah, another cubby in. See if we can get 1 or 2 more in before dark. All right, we got another little cubby here. Baits roll low to the ground, but it is a fish. Got Gusto up the tree, Caven's tree climber up the tree, and I put a little bit of beaver caster on that fish, just trying to come up with a lot of smell. There was no sign here for fisher, but just look at this area. This is everything that I would think a fisher would want, and that's why I set here. I feel like I'm going to be behind these fisher if I'm setting on sign all the time. Like, I'm going to miss them with the amount of time I had to be out here. So I'm kind of guessing to a degree. Let's see if it pays off. So just slid my coveralls off getting in the truck, and my pant legs are frozen. Boy, it's cold. Let's get moving. Get all that in there and let them defrost. Well, I finally found some fisher tracks. See if I can find a real good one to put on camera. Let me see. That's not a great one. Here we go. It's a little better. A little bit better. We'll follow him for a while. See what I can figure out about him. Okay, following the trail of this fisher, it seems like he circled this tree and went inside of it. I don't know if he took a nap in there. I don't know what he did, but if this is a place he's comfortable with, I threw a lot of bait in there. I got a fish in there, some deer fat in there, took a cotton swab, put some hellfire and threw it inside. And then on the stick up against the tree at the top, I have Tree Climber by Cavens, and also a little bit of Maine Fisher Call from O'Gorman. So now, I'm not going to try to blend that in any better. As far as I understand, fisher don't care about that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to try to blend it in, but I do have waxed dirt there. It is covering up that spot. Hopefully I don't catch anything else here. That'd be awesome. The fisher comes back in the next couple days and circles back through here. Once again, everything I'm doing is based off of watching things about fisher. I've never caught one, so I see that they like to go in the same kind of areas once you figure out where they like to travel. Similar, and what's really awesome is if he keeps heading in the same path that he's going on, he's heading towards like a section where I have like 4 or 5 traps. So maybe I'll pick him up over there, or I don't know. I just Googled some stuff and it says that fishers travel up to 18 miles. They can travel up to 18 miles in one day. That's a long distance. So maybe another one will come through, or maybe this is just a route they like taking. So, all right, let's move on. I hope it's someone's dog, but claws are retracted on that one. Looks like some sort of cat. The ground's really soft here though, so this seems like a mountain lion, but there's no mountain lions in Pennsylvania. There's another one that's huge. From the mountain trap line, first trap, we got a little raccoon. He tore it up bad, but that's okay. A real light colored raccoon. But of course this trap was set for a fisher or a bobcat, but it does kind of feel good to have something. I just checked day 6, so I set on Sunday, Christmas Day. It's New Year's Day, so I think it's 6 days of checking. Got one more day left, and this is my very first check on my mountain trap line, so we'll keep moving. See, I got another trap up there. I'm gonna grab some gear and get this thing reset and show you what it looks like. Well guys, I hope I don't have a costly miss here. I have a cubby where my bait is gone, been pulled out of the wire. I believe I had a fish here, and I went and stood on the trap and it wouldn't go off right away. I had to kind of paw at it and stomp on it a little bit before it went off. So something's going on with that trap. I don't know if there was a root holding up one of the jaws. I mean, the ground was nice and soft, but something got the bait and got away. Oh man, not a lot of mud, no snow, so I'm not gonna know what did it. But yeah, I don't see any tracks. Shoot. Cubby was a little bit tore up too, kind of like it may have climbed up on top and worked its way down through. I don't know, but all right. See you guys all down the line. Well, my original plan was that this was going to be a good bobcat set, but it seems like lots and lots of coons are working this. So it's not terrible, you know, but I'll get this guy taken care of. It looks like a pretty decent sized coon. Yeah, here's my flat set over here. Here's a flat set just because. Keep tugging that out and not getting caught. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, the ground's frozen. That's why all that rain. I thought maybe this was fox territory. Still right there, so we'll get this coon taken care of and move on down the line. Alright, y'all, we picked up a coyote today. Been a while. It has been a while. Finally picking up the coyote and the cable, got it right around the neck. I'm hearing some dogs barking over there. Oh boy, I got cables over there too, so I have to go check that out. But got a coyote here. We're gonna get this thing taken care of. Real typical southwestern Pennsylvania coyote, but we're picking them up. We're picking them up. So I'm gonna get this thing taken care of, and I'll show you what it looks like. I used to put cable restraints on my quad trails, but there were so many people that would drive through, they would just knock them down. It was never worth it. So I started putting them on the offshoots, kind of in places where I thought these coyotes would hunt. It started working for me. So let's see what we got here. We got male, we got female. Let's go check it out. Ooh, got a male. Got a male. Like I said, this is about as common as average as it gets around here. Cable looked like it was holding strong. He's still flopping around a little bit, so we'll give him some time, but yeah. All right, let's move on down the line. Well, thank you guys so much for watching that. If you're a fisher trapper and you're from Pennsylvania and you've been successful, give me some tips. Let me know what kind of lures and baits are working. I really like it. I know it's going to be a great moment when I finally catch one of those things. Next year, my plan is to go weeks in advance of the fisher season, pre-build some cubbies, and start baiting. Put bait in there, maybe put some cameras on stuff, and see what I'm dealing with. I feel like I was just kind of an alien in a new land, and I didn't have a lot of time to figure it out. So I'm going to try that this year. If you notice, I did have an artificial cubby built in there. That is due, I built that to what the Game Commission says on their website for what we can have in Pennsylvania. I only built one, and I couldn't find anything saying I wasn't allowed to set more than one, but I felt very strange. I didn't want to have a bunch of those out because I thought, well, if I was successful in one night and caught 2 or 3, then I would go over my limit, because you're only allowed to catch one of these in PA. So I only made one of them. I thought about making some more and just putting a foothold in front of them instead of the conibear, just so that they'd be easy to set and I could put my cubbies wherever I wanted to. So once again, let me know what you think that track was. Let me know some tips on catching fishers. Mind you, in Pennsylvania, we have certain laws. I can't set the conibears up in trees and things like that, what you're allowed to do in other states. I can't do that here. So I have laws I have to follow, but give me some tips on them. Different baits, they seem like they like different lures. God bless, tight chains, and I'll see you all in the next one.